What happens when I hire a lawyer? Do I automatically go to court? Am I involved in a lawsuit? Am I gonna be smothered in paperwork? Can I even leave the country? Hey guys, I'm attorney Ali Awad, the CEO lawyer, and one of the most common questions that I get is, what happens when I hire a lawyer? And here's the thing, when you hire an attorney, you're not automatically involved in a lawsuit. Specifically for personal injury cases, usually attorneys will settle your case about 95 to 97% of the time without even going to court. And a lot of them settle the case without even filing a lawsuit. All the personal injury attorney is doing is communicating with the insurance company on your behalf, communicating with the police department on your behalf, and any other medical providers or parties that are related to your car accident case. So a very common question, when I hire an attorney, am I automatically involved in a lawsuit? The answer is a resounding no. You are not automatically involved in a lawsuit. However, when you do hire an attorney, you are giving them the authority to operate on your behalf for the strategy of your case. Now, what does that mean? Let's say you're in Georgia, you're involved in an accident, you're injured, and you contact an attorney 23 months after your injury. In Georgia, the statute of limitations for filing a personal injury lawsuit is 2 years or 24 months. So your attorney will probably advise you to go ahead and file a lawsuit immediately to preserve your rights, because once you have passed that statute of limitations period, you may not be able to ever collect anything on your case. So it's so important to know that your attorney is able to preserve your rights for your car accident case. Another question that I get is, if I hire an attorney, do I automatically have to go to court? The answer is a resounding no. You don't need to automatically go to court. In fact, like I said earlier, most cases settle outside of court. A lot of situations happen where you even settle your case before even filing a lawsuit. So the necessity for you to have to go to court usually means there is either a very severe accident, or the insurance company simply doesn't want to pay you what your case is worth, or there's some sort of issue that was not able to get resolved outside of court. So you need to keep in mind that there are two types of personal injury categories. There is pre-litigation and litigation. Usually when you hire a personal injury attorney, they will put your case in the pre-litigation category, which means that we are going to try to settle your case without the need for having to file a lawsuit. However, if the injury attorney is not able to get a good result for your case, something that you're happy with, something that you believe is a fair and reasonable settlement for the value of your medical bills, your pain and suffering, your lost wages, your travel expenses, and all other general and special damages included in your injury case, then you do have to file a lawsuit. Then you are involved in the litigation process, and you might have to go to court at some point. Another question that I get is, when I hire a lawyer, am I allowed to leave the country? This is sort of a tricky question, because if you are involved in a high stakes litigation and you are a very important witness to a case, then you will need to be accessible for a deposition. A deposition is simply a sworn statement that you will have to do under oath, usually in front of a court reporter and sometimes in front of a camera. The reason they want to get this evidence from you is because during the litigation process, i.e. after a lawsuit has been filed, the parties have the right to discover information about who they're up against. This is called the discovery period. But again, you usually don't enter a discovery period unless you filed a lawsuit, and unless you were able to settle your case without filing a lawsuit, then none of this really even happens. Another very common question: do personal injury attorneys really add value to your case? And here's the truth. Not all personal injury attorneys are created equal. Some personal injury attorneys specialize in just car accident cases, and they don't take every single case that walks through the door. You will know the type of attorney that you have if they send you the agreement to sign, or they send someone to your house before even finding out whether you're a qualified client. If you do your research, you'll find an attorney can add tremendous amount of value to your personal injury case. The times where a personal injury attorney might not help is, for example, you're involved in a severe accident and there's only $25,000 of coverage. The insurance company offers you this $25,000, but you decide to hire an attorney to represent you to see if there's any other coverage available. While there may not be any other coverage available, the attorney is still entitled to that fee. Now, in these types of situations, I usually just give up that fee and give it back to the client, because I haven't earned my fee in that type of situation. If I want to take a fee for my work, I have to earn it. Not all injury injury attorneys are created equal. So make sure you do your research and find a personal injury attorney that will add value to your case. A seasoned personal injury attorney will know exactly which doctors you need to be seeing in order to set up your case properly. A seasoned personal injury attorney will know exactly how your medical treatment will affect your personal injury case. A seasoned personal injury attorney will know the type of insurance company that you're going up against. A seasoned personal injury attorney will know how much to negotiate to push the insurance company in order to get you the maximum settlement. And a seasoned personal injury attorney will know when it's time to file a lawsuit or when it's time to simply walk away. So now you know, when you hire an attorney, you're not automatically involved in a lawsuit. You're not definitely going to go to court. Another great question that I get is, what does a personal injury attorney even do? Are they just a middleman for the insurance company to treat me like a pawn and then take a big chunk of my settlement just so they can pad their own pockets? Here's what a seasoned personal injury attorney will do for your case. They'll immediately send a letter of representation to all insurance companies involved. They'll find out exactly how much insurance coverage is available, and they're going to send non-spoliation notices to see if there's any video footage, photographs, or any other evidence out there that might be valuable to your case. These are usually things that a common person is not going to know. In addition, a personal injury attorney is going to make sure that you are protected from the insurance company. When you get involved in an accident, they're going to want to get your recorded statement. Don't give it to them. A lot of times, insurance companies want to get your recorded statement before your pain has even set in. The reason they want that is to use it against you. We've all heard the term, whatever you say or do will be used against you. And that's exactly what you should expect with a car insurance company when you have no attorney. A personal injury attorney who is an expert in their field will protect you and add value to your case. These are some of the common questions that I get as a personal injury attorney. If you have any questions about your personal injury case and want to get a free consultation, feel free to send me a message or give us a call at 833-ALI-AWAD. I'm Attorney Ali Awad, the CEO lawyer, and I hope this video has helped.